Hi there, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to go over my 2023 favorite fountain pens. And I have them currently inked for the month of January. I inked them at the beginning of the month. It is still January. I've been waiting to do this video because I had to order a new phone stand. This particular one is from a company called I don't know how you would pronounce it, but it looks like Unique. It's Uniqu. And it has attached lights. I'm not using the lights today because I have a pretty good daylight, pretty good window to my left here. So, yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. I have my journal here where I can do some writing samples of each of the pens that I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to try to make this fairly quick. I have 7 pens that were my favorites for the 2023 year. Some other stats I can go over with you. I actually purchased the brunt of my current collection in the year of 2023. I bought a lot of pens, 23 pens. Yeah, 23 pens. I sold a bunch of pens in 2023. I sold a Opus 88 Flora, an Esterbrook SD Sea Glass, Pelican M605 Black Tortoise Shell, TWSBI Diamond 580 Transparent, TWSBI VAC 700R Iris, Conklin Demonstrator All-American, and a Kaweco AL Sport or Aurora. So those are the pens that I sold. These are all the pens that I bought. And there are quite a few pens on this list that end up on my favorites list. I want to say probably all of them. Yeah. Yep. All of them are on this, purchased in 2023. So, that being said, I've ranked them 1 to 7, 1 being my top favorite. So I'm going to start with number 7 and share those with you right now. First pen I'm going to talk about is my number 7 pen. This is the Jinhua X159 in navy blue. I bought this on Amazon for $10. I actually will have to put on the screen the prices of the other ones because I actually did not do that research. I did for the first one and then I forgot that I had done that. But anyway, do you really need to know the prices? You can look them all up. They're all relatively still available, I think, most of them. So this I bought on Amazon. It's the navy blue. I think at the time I bought it, there wasn't a whole lot of options, but now there are more options of colors. This one in particular has the gold trim, which is my preference. And I really love the bi-color nib. The nib that I bought on this pen with is a fine, and it's one of the best nibs that I have in my collection. I don't have very much ink in here. Like I said, I've been using these pens quite a bit in the month of January. We're in the middle of the month now, so they're running out of ink quickly. But it's a converter, cartridge converter. Is the look of the pen my favorite? No, I mean, cigar-shaped pens aren't really my favorite. But what makes this my favorite is the nib. It's just this very smooth writer, and I like the girth of this pen is quite thick. Should I do a writing sample? Yeah, might as well. So here is number 7. I don't know why it's so nice, but it just is. I don't know why I just did that exclamation point. That's so weird. Okay. I have this inked with Califolio. This was a sample that I have. Oliphants. Actually, don't know if it's with an S or not. It might just be Oliphant. But it's kind of a gray-blue color. It never, ever does me dirty. It's always right there, never skips, no hard starts, very smooth, and really has been great with any ink that I've tried in it. So that is number 7. My number 6 pen is this little guy. This is Fine Writing International, and this is called the Penet, and the color is Jade. So it has gold hardware. It's got this beautiful acrylic body. It's very smooth. This is a pocket pen, obviously. It doesn't have a clip, but there's no need. It does screw to post. Here's a little bit more gold detail. I got this in a broad nib. Love that feather on the nib. This is my first pen from Fine Writing International, and I am so very impressed. I love the look of it. I love the look of the cap. It looks like velvet. And it's a nice size when it's posted. Otherwise, this would be quite small. I don't think you would want to write with it. It'd be a little tough to write with it like that. It's got a converter. It came with the converter. However, it's very small and not great. That's my only complaint. However, this pen could be eyedroppered, I think. Not sure, actually. Looks like it might have like a metal lining in it. I don't know. You can't see that, but I can. Anyway, it's just a little tiny converter. Very tiny. So ink runs out of this very quickly. This does have a nice number 6 nib on it though, which is kind of nice for such a small pen. As opposed to a Kaweco. You know, their nibs are a size 5, I think, and they're quite a bit smaller. I should have brought one up to show you, but forgot. So this pen writes really, really smoothly, which is why it landed on my favorites list for this year. And in fact, I have since ordered another Fine Writing International pen from Jet Pens. It's a full-size pen called the Finestro. So that'll be here in a few days, and I'll try to do a video about it when I get it, because I'm really anxious to see what it's like compared to this pocket pen. I don't, however, love the ink I have in this pen. It's very light. It's a Wearingule Zamina. It's extremely light. Yeah, I'm not loving it, but I had run out of ink and had to ink it up quick, and that was close by, so that's why I used it. Here comes a cat, so hopefully he doesn't bug me too much. Number 6 on my list. This is Little Pen Designs. I first saw this on Instagram and had to buy it right away because of that glitter. Look at it. Oh my gosh. It is so, so beautiful. I love this pen so much. So this is one of those small companies. I believe it's out of, I want to say, North Carolina. My brain. North Carolina. Anyway, I got it with a steel nib. This is a medium nib. Pretty nondescript nib there. This has a cartridge converter. Came with a converter. This pen has a nice size. It does not post, but it's a good size for my hands, and I have very large hands. I absolutely love the glitter on this. It's just so much fun. And I love that light purple gray acrylic body as well. It's awesome. And that's my number 5 pen. This is called the Acadia, and the color is called Deep Space Delights. And I have inked this up with Birmingham, Penco, Pennsylvania, Fieldstone. Which is kind of a nice mauve purple color. It has a really nice smooth nib. It doesn't dry out. It works really, really well. Next up on my list is a pen that really surprised me when I got it. This is the Lami 2000 in the black Macrolon. I ended up getting a pretty good deal on this from Atlas Stationers because I used Simona's discount code for 10% off. I ended up getting the fine nib, and that was at the suggestion of Simona because she really liked her fine nib and thought that it was quite a wet writer. I wouldn't say this is a wet writer. This particular fine isn't anyway. But I actually really don't mind it. It writes really well. This is a piston filler. One thing I didn't realize is that you can unscrew this. You can't really hardly see that break in the material, but I guess you can. I haven't ever taken it apart, but I was watching the Yoseka stationery video on the Lami 2000 yesterday and didn't realize that that was something that could be taken apart. Anyway, I can't believe I ended up buying a black pen, but I do like that it's so nondescript and I can put any ink in here. And the ink that I have been really enjoying in this pen is like a dark rust red, rusty orange color. I don't know why, but I have filled it twice now, and it just works. Macro Lawn. This is Dominant Industry. Ginger Chicken. Such a smooth writer, very comfortable in long writing sessions. I love writing letters with this particular pen. It's great, super awesome. I highly recommend it. Next up on my list is another Jinhua with gold trim. This is the Jinhua Dadao 9019 in transparent pink, or red, I guess it would be. This is a very large pen. This is it's just a little bit girthier than the X159, as you can see here. They're about the same length. But the one main difference in this Dadao, it also has the two-tone nib. They both have number 8 size nibs, I think. But the one difference is the converter. So here's the converter on the X159 versus this converter is bigger. Not by much, but enough. So when I ink this pen, it lasts a good long time, which is nice. I bought 2 of them, actually. I bought one in transparent green, as well as the red or pink. And this has that fine nib, which is just so good. I have since tried the Jinhua medium nibs, and I don't have great experience with those for some reason. They just aren't as good as the fine. So it is postable, but heavy. I don't normally post very many of my pens, actually. I have this inked with Ferris Wheel Press Algonquin Maple. It's just the prettiest red, and it works really well in this nib. Number 2 on my list of favorite pens is this beauty. This is the Pilot Custom 823. It's got gold trim. Made in Japan. This is the amber color. This is a vac filler, and I have this unscrewed just for ease ink flow. It has a 14 karat gold nib, and I have it in the broad, and it's very wet writer. I got a great deal on this 823 because this was one of the tester pens at Anderson pens, and they gave a bit of a discount on it, and I snagged it up very fast. It was on my list for a long time. Just one of those pens, you know? It writes really, really well. I have a very weird ink in here, though. I have Sailor Urameku Ama Moyoi. It's kind of a taupe, and it has a bit of a pink undertone when it dries. It's a fun ink, and I would think it works best in a very broad nib, so that's why I have it in this pen. And finally, my very #1 favorite pen of 2023 is the Leonardo Momento Zero Grande 2.0 in Primary Manipulation 1 by Jonathan Brooks. These had sold out, but I just looked, and Pen Boutique has them in stock again. So if you missed out on these the first time around, go get yourself one, because it is so wonderful. I couldn't have been happier with the one that I ended up getting, because it's kind of a crapshoot. You don't really know unless you can get them to send you photos ahead of time. But I really like the dark moody colors in mine. And this is my favorite area right here. This pen has the rhodium trim, which it's fine. You know, every once in a while I'm okay with it. But if I have the option, I go with gold. This has a steel nib on it, and this is a medium nib. However, I believe I got a broad nib on it initially, and then I had, I bought a medium just to have on hand so that I could switch. This has a piston filler, and I did not have this very long when I ordered it and received it, because the first time I tried to clean it out, the piston mechanisms was coming unscrewed, and I ended up ordering the tool. There's a tool that helps you tighten that piston mechanism up again, but the tool wasn't working because this cap wasn't unscrewing enough on the end. So I had to send it back to Italy, and they fixed it for me, but it was gone for about 8 or 9 weeks, I want to say. Was it that long? Yeah, I think it was a couple months. But when I finally got it back, I was very happy. So yes, this is my very, very favorite pen. I love the size of it. I love the Momento Zero 2.0 Grande is just perfect size for me. It's very comfortable to write with, and it's got the smoothest steel nib on it. I love the medium. I don't post this pen either. I have this inked with Teranishi. Oh my goodness, Teranishi Brilliant Mint. And those are my top favorite pens of 2023. And I can't wait to see what ends up on the 2024 list. We shall see, but I have definitely slowed down my pen purchasing. I say that. However, I just ordered the Fine Writing International Finestro, and I also ordered a Prera, Pilot Prera from Amazon just to check it out because I love the Pilot nibs. Never thought I'd say that because I was usually gravitating toward German pens, but I am really liking the Pilot lately. So I hope you liked this video. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Do you have any of these pens? Which ones are your favorite? Do you have any recommendations of pens that I might want to add to my collection? Let me know in the comments below. And go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications to be notified of my future videos. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.